My name is Daniel Moreno. I've been on the streets for the last 8 years. Actually being on the streets to where I have nowhere to go. I got nowhere to turn to. I'm just out here trying to get a job or trying to do something positive, you know? But this is my spot. This is where I live.
That's it.
This is where I like work on my bikes and stuff at. This is where I work on my bikes at. This is what keeps me from going outside and stealing shit, robbing people, taking things that don't belong to me, hurting people, you know? This is where I do all my positive work, like work on bikes and stuff.
So you just fix the bikes?
I'm capable of doing plenty of things, but this is what I like to do. Like,
okay.
You know, sell bikes, build them, sell them. And
Sure.
we're gonna go to the spot where I actually go to sleep at. It's kind of dirty and messy, but because this is where I actually go to sleep at. It's kind of dirty because, as you can see, today's a cleanup day, and I don't have nowhere to go, so I just went crazy and made a big old mess.
Yeah.
Alright, we go down this way.
How long have you been at this spot?
I've been right here for like the last, actually, without having to move my stuff for like almost a year. But
Okay.
I try to live as comfortable as possible, as you can see.
Yeah.
I do my best. This is like really where I clear my mind at. This is where I got my music. Kind of, it soothes me. It helps me get through my day. I'll sit here. I'm gonna go ahead and just, but you wanna know like how I got here?
Yeah, so how'd you get here?
How did I get here? One day I had came home from jail and none of my family members were home. It's the only place I knew where to go. Like, it was home. So I came home from jail and I had no resources. I had nowhere to go. I just didn't know what to do. So I went to the streets. Literally like to the streets. Like when you go to the streets, you think, oh, I'm only gonna be out there for a couple hours or maybe a day, and then you can come back home and go to sleep. It wasn't like that. I actually I had nowhere to go. So when it actually hit me like that, a lot of thoughts went through my mind like, oh, well, I can probably go here, I can probably go there. I did do that, but eventually people get tired of you being around, you know, like, because they want their privacy and stuff. And that's when, like, my friends started telling me, like, you know, like, hey, dog, you can't come over today. You know, it did hurt. It hurted a lot, but I got over it. The streets are, they're a good place to be, but without anybody that you can hold on to, I think, is the hardest part to get through, you know? Because you actually have nobody, you know? And that's what it really feels like. Exactly how it's said. Well, I got actually here to Harbor City. I'm on McCoy Street in Lamita. I came here looking for a friend because a friend had told me that I could come over, you know, and get some sleep. So they told me to come to the train tracks. That's where I started off at. And I went to the train tracks. She wasn't around at the time, so I had met another person. That person let me in their home, their tent, whatever you want to call it, it's still home. And that's where I got my couple hours of sleep. And I woke up, and everything was just tumbling down on me. Just like, I felt like just there's no hope. Like, I felt empty, you know? And that's a messed up feeling, especially when you don't want nobody to see you. You know, how feeling like that, you know? And the first thing she told me was, do you have any money? I said, no, I don't have no more money. I don't have nothing, like, I'm broke. She said, well, do you got to hustle? I know what hustle means, so I said, yeah. She said, well, here you go. Let's see what you can do. I took whatever she gave me, and I went and did what I did. I came back, everything was positive, you know? And what I mean by positive is like, positive as in bringing money back. Positive as in with a smile on my face because I accomplished just that, you know? That's what I mean by positive. So I gave her the money, she gave me some more, and from there I just kept carrying on with the money. But as I kept carrying on with the money, I was like, man, I ain't getting nowhere. I ain't doing nothing. I wanna show off too. Let's say, in my world, I wanna show off. That means like I wanna have something to floss. Like I want somebody to see what I got. Look what I have. And I didn't really pay attention to that when I was living at home because I had everything there. Like, my parents they're good people. They're they do what they have to do to survive as well. They went about their lives and did drugs and beer and all the routes that you can go. And this is where it left me. This is where my parents left me. This is where I had to fend on my own to become a man. I say, because this is where it made me a man, a gentleman actually. So I carried on with that, and then I figured out why I was out here. I felt like maybe it was a calling or something. Maybe it was a gift to be around these people. So I took it as what it was, and I started like getting to meet the people around me. I started really going into their backgrounds and figuring them out, and just wanting to be a genuine friend. To be a genuine friend, it was like natural to me because I'm just an uppity person. I'm outgoing, I'm a people person. So it became easy, And then it started to get a little bit more deeper than average, Like I started actually seeing these people go through things, and I was there to help them, just like they were here to help me, There was times where like, we cried a little bit, but we chinned up, and we got through it. And from then till now, it's a place to be where, for me, where you can get to know yourself and what you're really worth. I'd say, because of the things that life really strips you from and takes away from you when you live from here to out there. The reason why I say out there is because those people don't come in here, because it separates us. There's a separation between these two lines. And the separation that to me is money, fame, and I say music. I think music has a lot to do with life, I don't know why I say that, but I figured it out to the point where I can say that now. And the point is that music has a big impact on us. Music is very influencing.
What's your favorite type of music?
I say now R&B.
R&B? Who's your favorite singer?
I say Avant.
Okay.
Yeah. Music does do a lot of pushing. It does do a lot of inspiration, but it also does a lot of bad inspiration. It does a lot of negative things. So I started to look into that, and I see how it became part of my life. Music is a big part of my life. I say, because like I don't watch TV, like I don't at all. And I'm pretty much listening to music. So as it was taking this impact on me, I started to see how the music was working around me, and the music was telling me, I can make it, I can be strong, I can get this, I can get that, I can get that. When I was out there, but when I got here, it started telling me like how things are being looked at, because I started seeing two different worlds. And music is pushing me to be more positive, I'd say, because I see how big of an impact it makes on the people around me, and that's how things go, for me at least.
So there's a sweep today.
Yeah.
What do you think about all these sweeps? Like, how do you feel about them?
The sweep is painful. It's very painful because I have nowhere to go. I have nobody to help me, and with pride you don't want to ask for help when you have pride. And it's a bad thing or it's a good thing. But when you have nobody to help you, man, it's like you gotta fight for what you have. You gotta stand there. You gotta hold your ground. But when you got like police surrounding you, and you got helicopters above you, and people looking at you, it's like what is there for me to do? Like, what am I really doing? Am I gonna sacrifice my freedom or my life maybe? Because there's been a couple of times where like I was like pressured by the cops, and actually I passed out and all because I just wanted to say hi. So I have to pick and choose my battles out here. But when I choose to fight for what's mine, it's a lot harder. I got to go more deep in the paint. As if like standing my ground and say, no, you're not going to touch my stuff. This is my stuff. You know, this is what I've worked for. This is what I've earned, you can say, or what was given to me, whatever the case may be. So these cleanups, they're pretty bad, man. You know, you got people out there that have no help neither. I'm not the only one, and they're going through what they're going through, and they're suffering for what's going on in their minds too as well. It's a physical, spiritual warfare, you know, like that we're fighting against people, and there's nobody helping us.
Yeah.
You know, there's not bad people down here. There's a lot of positive people. There's a lot of talented people. You can just imagine what the people here can do.
What's the sense of community like here?
The sense of community here is like, since what's been going on in the world, I'd say right now it's kind of rough, you know, because we're dealing with both things. We're dealing with not having nothing. We're dealing with the world telling us what to do, as of like, stay in your house, stay here, do this, you know, and it's hard. It's a hard way of going about things here, you know, right now. It's just rough.
Gotcha. What would make your life easier?
My life easier? A truck.
Truck?
A truck. Yeah, that way I can get my stuff and move out the way when I have to move out the way, you know? I'd say a truck.
All right. Anything else you want to say?
I'd say that God has given us a blessing, and it's up to us to let the people around us know about it, you know? Because if God wanted it to be a secret, He wouldn't have gave me all the things that I have now.
Awesome.
You know?
Yeah.
From going from nothing to something. At least here, you know? And I know if I could do it here, I could do it out there.
Awesome. And what was your name one more time?
Daniel.
Daniel? All right, Daniel. Thank you so much.